Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Heart Gold. My name is daEpad. In the last part, we took down Brock at Pewter City Gym and got our 9th badge out of 16. Yeah, you can't really say that in any other Pokemon game, can ya? No, no, no. And in this episode, we'll be doing a side quest here in Johto, because in the last part we also got a Silver Wing from an old man at Pewter City. And this Silver Wing is meant to go to a dungeon that we have been to before, but also, oh god, it came from a dungeon that we have briefly went into before, and I suppose it's probably best if we, probably do this right now. What I would recommend is getting a Pokemon with Flash, getting a Pokemon with Surf and Whirlpool, getting a Pokemon with Fly if you need one, though that part's pretty optional though. But yeah. I also gave Rock Slide to Hera, like I said I would, though Hera is in the PC right now. I gave him Rock Slide in place of Strength, because I don't think we'll be needing Strength at this point. There's a part where in the game where I think I do need Strength, but it's also another optional thing. That's another thing about Gold, Silver, and Crystal, or at least the Johto games. Like, there's a ton of side quests to do, even if you do the required side quests in order to get the power plant working. The side quest kind of includes, like, trying to get new Pokemon, or discovering new areas around Johto or Kanto that you have not ever been to before. Just stuff like that. And that's kind of like what I'm going to do in this Let's Play for the after game. Pretty much after every gym we fight in Kanto, I'll be doing a certain side quest just to fill in the gap of, like, going to the next gym. Because even though there are routes in Kanto that we have not taken, they're kind of like easy to get by at this point. I mean, we have Surf. We could just fly to, certain regions and stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to skip this trainer right here by doing Whirlpool over here, and then I'm going to do Whirlpool from the bottom, just so I don't have to fight another trainer. I'm just tired of fighting another trainer, and it's probably best for me to, yeah, do that. Okay. Now, I should probably show off my team. Right now, I only have 3 of my main Pokemon here. Virus, Shrapnel, and Yami. I have another Mareep here just for Flash, and I have Kronos here for Whirlpool Slave, and Kenya for that Flying Slave. So yeah, now if you remember this place, this is Whirl Islands. Whirl Islands is the area we briefly went into so I can catch C-Force the first time around, and I don't want to remind myself of that. That was one of the worst times ever in this Let's Play, maybe the worst. And if you remember correctly, Whirl Islands actually has 4 entrances. You want to head into the entrance that I'm heading to right now. This place is ridiculously dark, and it gets really irritating. This is probably one of my most hated. Actually, it's my most hated dungeon in this game. I really don't like Whirl Islands. I never liked it in Gold and Silver, and I don't like it now. It is ridiculously dark, and, being that there's multiple entrances, you kind of, like, get yourself being lost and stuff, and having to backtrack to other dungeon entrances. I don't know. Some people don't like Tin Towers either, which I could definitely understand, but I don't know. This is just way worse, at least for me it is. There is no new Pokemon for us here, because we already discovered that, there is, whatever his name is, Seal and Horsey. And we get right here, we get a Max Revive if you really need it. It's not really necessary for this area, but it's pretty helpful. Now, obviously you cannot progress any further without the Silver Wing, but since we have the Silver Wing, we can give it to this guy. That thing you have. Ooh, 4th gen animations. You found this. Please go ahead. If you're playing Soul Silver, you probably wouldn't even be doing this right now. You'd probably be heading to Tin Towers, giving the Rainbow Wing to a guy guarding the ladder of the rest of Tin Towers. I always call it Tin Towers, even though it's called Bell Tower, but whatever. Now in here, it's really awesome. You have an amazing, amazing view of where we're about to go. Man, this is going to be the thumbnail right here, guys. I really like how they made it, though. Ooh, a rare candy. Obviously, I'm going to be saving the rare candies just because I don't really use them right when I get them, but yeah. Head right straight down, and I never really check what's below in the water. I'm assuming it's just a dead end. If you go a little bit down, you can actually see there's like a ton of whirlpools around, which I thought was really cool. I suppose that's it. But yeah, I guess if you're also playing Soul Silver, you'll probably be doing this after the Camino Girls. So you probably at this point know what we're about to take on, if you've never played this game, that is. And let's head on. Our Pokemon doesn't follow us, but that's okay. This is probably the same area you dance with the Camino Girls, or you see the Camino Girls dancing. But hey, check this out. This is Lugia, the Dark Guardians of the Sea, the mother of the 3 legendary birds, Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. Not really the mother, but you know what I mean. I'm just judging from the movie. Lugia is psychic and flying. I'm not really 100% sure what moves he has on top of my head, but he is one of the most toughest legendary fights I've ever done. It gets so irritating. Psychic Flying is a pretty unique type, I suppose. Fighting types obviously will not work well against him. I don't think he has a Psychic attack on him. I may be wrong, though. He might have extra sensory on him. But he most definitely has Aero Blast, which is his signature move, a flying attack that has a high critical ratio. He did Safeguard, which means with my Discharge, it's not going to paralyze him, which really sucks. But I don't know. I'll see what I can do. I'm not sure what I could do with this guy. Despite its appearance, Lugia is ridiculously defensive. I really don't know how they managed to come across that idea with him. But I do like Lugia. I remember I saw him and I thought he was like a dragon type or something. But Lugia is one of the more tough Pokemon for me to catch, which is really interesting. I never really used to like Lugia's design so much. Not until like I just like its simplicity, kind of. It just looks really demonized or something like that. Why don't we just use an Ultra Ball right here? Are you... I've got nothing else to say, guys. It is said that it quietly spends its time deep at the bottom of the sea because its powers are too strong. I have nothing to say right now. Are you kidding me? Well, let's leave, I guess. That's not right. What is this? Like, oh god, I don't have a escape rope, do I? What was that? I just said that Lugia is one of the more toughest legendaries to catch, yet I caught it in the first try. That should be a accomplishment on itself, but Jesus, it doesn't. It's so. This game's making a lie out of me. Like, I said that Ho-Oh wasn't that hard to catch, and it took me forever to catch him in this episode, in this Let's Play, and now Lugia is like ridiculously hard to catch, and all of a sudden I caught him in the first try. I don't know what to say. And of course I get an escape rope as I'm leaving this place. And of course Mother's calling me. God, this sucks. I hate that just... Well, you know what? Maybe I should not complain. Maybe it's a good thing that I'm doing this. One is because we have a ton of time left in order to like you know, do whatever, I guess. I mean, there's not really too much we're going to do uh, right now, but hey, this is pretty awesome. We got Lugia, and now we're going to probably go a little bit further into this area. I don't know, should we? Yeah, I guess it's probably best for us to do that. Alright, I went to go get my Pokemon back to normal from the PC, and yeah, I guess with the less than 10-minute mark, I guess I want to do a little bit more. So how about we head into Route 3, because there are a few trainers like this guy. Can't tell if this guy is required or not. Who cares? We're going to fight him. We had a trainer before, but hey, it's not that bad. So we're going to bring out Shrapnel, do some nice fighting with this guy, and hopefully working on stuff. I don't know, I haven't been using, Shrapnel's about to learn, like, I don't know if he's about to learn, but he's learning, he's going to learn a move called Gyro Ball later. I'm sure he will. But I have no idea if I should get rid of either Payback or Bug Bite. I think Bug Bite's probably the better choice to get rid of, because, I don't know, so far I haven't been using it a lot. Well, I mean, I don't know. Because Payback does cover some Psychic. Well, then again, both of them cover Psychic. In fact, Gyro Ball Bug Bite covers Dark, so I don't know. It seems interesting. I'm not sure which one I would rather take away. Huh, you're doing Air Cutter. Come on. Actually, that did a little bit more than it should have. Ah, God, confusion is so irritating. And God, doing leftovers is so irritating every turn. I know it's my fault because I gave it to him, but dang, it's a very clever way to give someone leftovers like that. I don't know, maybe leftovers would make sense on Shrapnel, or not Shrapnel, Yami, but I don't know. Oh, by the way, I don't think I ever talked about the trainer music for Kanto. This is the trainer music for the Kanto games, you know. This has always been my favorite trainer battle in the Pokemon series. It's always been this one. I don't know, it just has always clicked on me. I've always liked this song. This and the gym leader music, but I don't know. There's something interesting about this song that I've always liked. Alright, so now you're gonna bring out Electro, awesome. I guess I should talk about the Pokemon you can get here, though the grass is a little bit further down. Not too far, but I mean, still. You can get a Jigglypuff here. Jigglypuff is pretty interesting normal type. It's kind of like a mixed attacker, but though its attack is pretty lame. He is more or less bulky Pokemon. I mean, he has a ton of HP, though his defenses don't really back it up. I don't know. It's not the greatest normal type, so I probably wouldn't recommend it as well. That is Fail Boy. But hey, I love Jigglypuff, and I love using Jigglypuff in Melee. But that's this game I'm talking about, though. It's pretty interesting that you know, so many hated Jigglypuff in Smash Brothers. Like they didn't, like the idea of it was so stupid. Though it's pretty funny that, you know, Jigglypuff's one of the best characters in Melee. But oh God, man, I'm gonna have to fight you, don't I? Sorry guys, but this episode won't be going too long. I just restarted my timer just to be sure nothing goes wrong with the save data, because honestly, with that thing I just did with Lugia, I don't know if I'll get that lucky again. So why don't we just use, oh, you're going to use Mirror Move, huh? Well, you can't use Mirror Move on Payback, because it's going to suck so hard. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's do another Payback. Now he's using Payback. Let's see how much this does. Mine did a lot. Mine did more than half. What is it going to do for me? 4 HP. Sir, you die. That's all you should get. I don't feel bad about, like, you know, having to, you know, heal later. I think there is a Pokemon Center later on. I guess for those who have played the Kanto games will remember that there is a dungeon later here, though it really isn't too bad this time. I'm glad we're meeting some old, well, not really old Pokemon, but we're meeting newer Pokemon later. Though it's going to be kind of difficult to actually Well, I wouldn't say it's gonna be difficult at all. I mean, there's some interesting things about him, about the Pokemon we find because they're from newer regions and stuff. I think that's what I'm waiting for, but we haven't been really doing so much of that. I mean, off screen when I was fighting, I found a Burmy from a trainer, but you know, Burmy's one of the worst Pokemon ever. uh, Other than that, it's like whatever. After this, I need to start working on some bios because I haven't worked on any in a while. Like I need a bio for Kabuto and Ammonite and Aerodactyl. So yeah, that's a hiker right there. I'm gonna say we're gonna be done for this episode. Sorry if it doesn't seem like we did much after the Lugia fight, but I wanted to, you know, expand it somehow. Next time in Pokemon Heart Gold, we'll be heading on the rest of Route 3. Ooh, haha! You can't get me this time. We'll be heading the rest of Route 3, and probably making to the dungeon that we should all, you know, fans of Kanto should know about. But that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all whenever.